Ging wel van heen, durf dan niet holt zich niet
So what are you getting out of the symposium?
What am I getting out of the symposium? Loads of really cool stuff. Mostly from this like really weird Canadian guy. I don't know, Kevin something. Thinks he's Irish, but I'm not really sure. But yeah, he's got some like really interesting kind of takes on what to drink when you're out paddling. So I've learned a lot from him.
So here I am at the Welsh Open Canoe Symposium. Been here for 3 days, been invited by Ray Goodwin, a bunch of great people. It's a massive symposium, love it. There's lots of activities. They're doing whitewater, they're doing whitewater rescue, they're on the boat, on the big Bala Lake sailing, tandem boating, there's woodcraft. I was here giving a presentation, a couple of workshops. I don't want to go home. And it's an amazing place.
Who's that, Maya? Who is it? Who is it? Put your finger in his mouth.
This is Ray Goodwin. He's the professional organizer of the event. Here he is working really hard.
Just to let everybody know, and something that Ray struggles with on a regular basis is that he's a lay preacher, so working on a Sunday and things like that is quite difficult for him. So just take care with him when you see him on a Sunday, and God bless you.
What started this event, Ray? What was the main reason for it?
I'll go in the boat in a moment. I watched about 15, 16 years ago, I watched all the symposiums that the sea kayakers were doing. So I thought, well, we ought to be doing something similar. And I put together the first Welsh Open Canoe Symposium, which is pretty stressful. So it was great. The Scots said, well, should we alternate? So one in Scotland, one in England. The English got down on their knees and prayed and asked to be included, so it's a 3-year cycle. Next year is England, the year after Scotland, which means I'm under no pressure whatsoever next year. I shall just enjoy.
They all have their own little quirks and foibles. They're all good in their own little way. I would never say that ours is better than any other. I actually enjoy the fact that I get to go and do all three. I wouldn't want the Welsh one or the Scottish one or the English one to be preeminent, and neither would any of their organisers. It's the fact that we can all go and enjoy each other's, and we move it around the country.
Are you trying to film as she headbutts you in the nudgers there, Mr. Cullen? But most of the time when I'm doing a J-stroke, the angle will vary between that and quite steep.
Say to the camera, that man's amazing, I've learned so much.
That man is amazing, I've learned so
much.
What was it?
I think Ray is just trying to use me more as his workhorse and the person to go into the water so he can keep his feet dry.
I needed a swim demonstrate. Tom, just jump in there for me. Okay, can you swim down there? Can you stand in that water up to your armpits? And can you swim across there, please? Thank you very much indeed. That's how you do it, group.
And what do you think about that?
Someone has to do it, so I'm glad he's picked me.
So, normally I don't go on the water, and today can be an anticlimax for me, but we were short staffed, so I went to the Twern, very powerful, offering swims, throw bags and whatever.
We were out swimming, it was right, you should have come. It was fun.
So I walk in to pick up my group, and I look around and I'm going, this isn't a young group. There's one or two older ones here.
So he seemed to think that we were old, but we didn't think we were old.
And one lady was 72, the other was 67, and we're throwing them down powerful grade 3 rapid, powerful water disappearing underneath, coming up, and they're going, can we have another go? Can we have another go?
I think it's something we don't think about,
we don't,
really.
It's not remarkable.
It's not
just
remarkable.
what we do.
Absolutely amazing. I'm going to smile the rest of the day.
Here I am filming the rope throwing contest, is it?
Yes. Yeah. You missed it.
This is what they do in Wales, they just throw ropes on the ground.
Yeah.
We don't get
it's much safer.
Yeah, we don't want to be going near water now, do we?
Alright, we're showing him how to put a tarp up so when he goes to northern Canada he can actually survive in the wilderness. I said, what do you do in Ireland? He goes, we just go to a pub.
I think I'm officially probably the only Roma gypsy who is a coach.
So does that make you a better paddler?
Definitely not.
All right, so what's the main reason you guys are here? What are you here for?
A bit of enjoyment, bit of paddling, bit of getting wet.
Then you need something that's going to act as your baton. A wacky stick is the technical term for it.
That's amazing, isn't it?
Don't worry. Now, have you ever used gasoline with a butane lighter?
The thing for the Brits is we've got the mountains, we've got the size of, you know, the fantastic scenery in Scotland, but the big difference for us with Canada is the size of the area that it covers, rather than the spectacular kind of scenery visually. The size and the prospects that size gives you in terms of trips and expeditions is the main difference for us. Our rivers are, it's more kind of what the North Americans and the Canadians think of England as being, the kind of the little churches and the bridges, that kind of rural countryside rather than wilderness we have to offer. You know, so lots of country pubs and churches and, you know, history of what man has done to the land rather than maybe than the land has created itself through habitat and things like that. So that's kind of our selling point, if you like, is the villages and the churches and you know, our history as a people rather than the history geologically.